Hey, everybody. It's the Halfy Hour. As you look at the scene unfolding in front of you, I'm going to tell you this. One of the three of us is a Pro Bowl NFL player. Guess whose physique is the giveaway?
Me.
Matt Ufford.
Gosh.
Matt Ufford. You wouldn't think so, but they went through 53 long snappers, and it was tough. Anyway, most importantly, McClain, welcome to the show. San Diego Charger fullback, Pro Bowl All-Pro. Welcome.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me on, man. It's a blessing to be here.
How's life?
Welcome to New York City, our beloved garbage sauna.
Yeah, it's
so
real
hot,
gross out.
Very hot. The airport last night when I got in, I was breaking out of sweat like I just got done working out by the time I got to our car. So it's pretty rough, man. The heat is dangerous out here.
So you spent obviously a lot of time in Alabama. How does it compare? How does the New York buildings, hot trash everywhere compare to like the swampiness of the South?
I mean, it's about the same, with the heat. It's very hot up there. I didn't even know. I was asking my girl, like, is it this hot up here? Is it that hot in Baltimore right now? And is it that true? She said it was about like 85, like 90 last night. So damn. I was sweating like crazy, by the time we got up to our room. So it was crazy. And
you hashtag everything with sweater.
Yes.
Is that because you are a sweater?
Yes, so cool, very cool. if it's cool, put a sweater on it. So that's how I tag it at all my tweets and all that.
Nice. Well, welcome to the show. I want to know, how has your summer been? Because the summer is obviously, it's still work for you, even though you're not on the field under the lights with the TV cameras and games going on. This is prep time. This is pre-production. How has your summer been?
It's been awesome. Been training great down in Alabama. With my trainer Johnny from JD PI Sports. We've been getting after it. I had time, to take my little trips and everything, and vacation time. You still need that relaxed time because, when training camp starts, is football until February. Mm-hmm. If you want to get to the Super Bowl, get back here to New York for the Super Bowl, So I've been working hard all summer, been putting the work in, and can't wait the next week to get started.
Nice. What has vacation been?
Oh, man, let me see. Where we went. We went to Paris.
You went to Paris?
Really?
Went to Paris.
First time?
First time.
How was that?
It was awesome. It was awesome. I want to go back, man. The coffee was great.
Okay.
Croissants. Just a bad thing. Everybody smokes over there.
Not cool.
Wake up in the morning, everybody smoking down the way. But it's cool though, man. The vibe over there, man. Seeing the Eiffel Tower and all the museums and everything. It was wonderful. It was Fashion Week also, so it was a great week. Is
that something that you're into? So what was the purpose of Paris essentially? Was it a food? Is just exploring a new city? Is it the Fashion Week? What stood out?
Just wanted to go. It's just something I always go. My girl used to always tell me she went, and she's always brag about it. So I surprised her with the trip to go back.
Nice.
And she's into fashion a lot. She really dresses me all the time.
Right.
So we went over to Fashion Week. It was a surprise to her, man. We had a great time.
Nice. How's your French?
Not that good. I took 3 years of it in school, and I really can't speak nothing but bonjour.
Bonjour.
That's about it.
That's correct.
Can you order? Just un peu?
Nothing. It was crazy. Let's talk. I couldn't hardly understand anybody talking to me and all that, but it was a great experience, man. It was wonderful.
Oh, outstanding.
Great shopping.
What'd you come away with shopping-wise?
We went to Christian Louboutin, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, the Hermes store.
Did it right.
A lot of stuff. I went to a great, a restaurant. We went to, I saw my first Moulin Rouge show.
Nice.
So wow. that was very different. We went to that, man, the dancing and all that, the servings of the food. And, it was very different, man, and very great.
Look, your career's not going to last forever. It's good to have a backup plan, Moulin Rouge performer.
Yeah.
I could see it. I'm sitting here envisioning.
You wear some Louis Vuitton,
Be
don't
the
you,
lead.
Dan?
Louis Vuitton. I do not wear the Louis. I do not pull it. I wish I could pull it off. This is the penguin. Well, that's awesome. One of the things we like to do, because it's summer and there's not a ton to do, is we like to talk about our weeks. And we're going to talk about your career. We're going to talk about the NFL season. But first off, what was the best thing you did, saw, ate, experienced this specific week?
I'd say just being at the ESPYs in LA, seeing LeBron James, walk down the red carpet, seeing Ray Lewis again.
Did you like that suit that LeBron wore?
He was clean. Clean. I think it was clean, man.
Good.
The way that him and his fiance came, to the show and how they settled down the stage, just perfect for a king. You know, he's the only one walked across the stage, you know, to sit in the seat. Everybody else had to come through the side doors. You know, I was about like 5 rows behind him, man. Just being around, you know, I felt like a kid in the candy store. Just being around great athletes like that and seeing everybody was a great experience. And going to the SB after party, you know, meeting some great coaches. I met the Texas A&M coach.
Yeah, someone.
Met him, man, and that was great. That was a great experience talking to him. Met Johnny Football.
How was that?
That was great too. It was kind of quick, you know, because I think he was moving around. You know, he couldn't have a drink or anything. I think he felt a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Now you're an Alabama guy. Did you tell him A&M has it coming this year?
I really didn't want to, you know, get into that with him, but I know on the 14th it's going to be rough for him, you know, when Alabama comes to town. So I know they got that game circled on their calendar from what happened last year. So
who was the best person you did meet though that night that you had time to sit down with or talk to and meet? Yeah.
Let me see the best person. I say Eric Davis from the
really?
NFL AM show. I watch it every morning in Cali. I had to get up early to watch it.
Yep.
You know, to watch him, man. But just meeting him, you know, seeing what he been doing on the show and everything, and just telling him it was great to meet him, and just hearing him talk about sports on a guy that been in the league and understands everything that's been going on. Just to hear him talk about it brings a good perspective, you know, to the game.
Is that something you want to get into after your career is over? How do you feel like you'd be as a broadcaster?
I think I'll be okay. You know, I think a lot of people. I think I just tell the truth. I think some people just, you know, be biased in some ways and you know, not straightforward. I feel like he brings it straight out. You know, brings out the truth. You know, really just seeing in the eyes of, you know, a real ball player. So
right.
That brings that what makes him great on the show.
All right. So we've talked about the fact that it is your summer. You have camp starting Wednesday.
Yes.
So personally for you, what are you looking to not necessarily improve upon, but what are you looking to get out of camp? What are you looking for from your new teammates that are drafted or brought in? What is the thing that you have focused on going into camp?
Just just do my job better than I did last year. You know, I felt like I had a good season, but not great.
Okay.
You know, feel like I just think just overthinking everything, just trying to do too much of not just doing my job, you know. And we got some great guys around us now, new guys in the locker room that's going to, you know, make this team better. So I'm just doing whatever I can, you know, to make this team win. You know, we haven't, you know, been in the playoffs, you know, in these last couple of years, and we trying to do everything we can, you know, to get that city back behind us, you know, get that stadium filled up, man, and try to win this division. It's going to be hard, you know, with Denver in the division with Peyton Manning and the Chiefs adding what they added, and, you know, the Raiders added some people too. So it's going to be a great challenge for us, man. I think we ready for it, man, led by Phillip Rivers. You know, we play better around him. I feel like sky's the limit for us, and I think we can get it done.
You know, I want to talk about Phillip Rivers because a lot of fans had just the way that he reacts emotionally on TV is funny to a lot of people who aren't cheering for the Chargers. But I talked to a friend of mine works for the Chargers and says that he is the most amazing leader. As a buddy of mine was a Marine officer, and he was like, I've seen a lot of players. I was like, this is the sort of guy that could be like a leader in the Marine Corps. And it's surprising to hear as a fan because I don't see that as a fan. Is it what's he like in the locker room, on the field?
He's great. I mean, he's one of the he's so funny, man. He keeps us laughing in the locker room, you know. But when it's come down to when it's time to work, you know, he gets up in front of us. He got up in front of us when we started off-season workouts and when we ended it, just to tell them the goals of where we're going. He's a great leader. You know, I look up to him, man, just as a man, you know, a great father. You know, just seeing him with his kids, you know, he's a great human being, great man, you know, and a great quarterback. You know, he took some shots, you know, from people, you know, about his game and everything. But I feel like as a whole, the other 10 players on offense, we have to play better around him to make him better. You know, so this year that's our goal, and I think Phillip could get it done, man. I think he could get it done.
How much do you pay attention in the offseason to what your team does, whether it's drafting? Like, how closely did you pay attention to the draft? How closely do you pay attention to free agent signings, not just with your team but around the league? How closely do you really get involved with that?
Yeah, I look into it. You know, everybody always, you know, waiting to see, you know, where's the next guy going? How much is he getting? You know, how many millions or the signing bonus or whatever. And on the draft, you know, I was at our draft party when we drafted our picks, our first pick, DJ Fluker. Being from Alabama, I was very hyped about that.
Nice.
Seeing that. But the additions and everything that we had on our team, I think our new GM, Telescope, did a great job. You know, them guys in that front office, man, been working hard, probably working right now, you know, just doing whatever they can, you know, to have our team at its highest peak and best level. So I'm looking forward to that. Can't wait to get back, you know, around them guys, man, and get going.
Nice. Who are the names? So you mentioned DJ Fluker. Other guys that are now on the roster that you're excited to see in camp?
Johnny Patrick, you know, at corner. Manti Te'o, man, great teammate, man, been coming in, working hard since day one. Can't wait to see him on the field.
Have you spent time
play.
with him at all?
Yes. I mean, we always get in the cold tub after workouts, and we always talk. I always give him a hard time about the VCS National Championship game. You know, when Bama ran them all over in that game. But he's a great guy, man. Great teammate. Like I said, man, he just put his head down and he's been working hard, just trying to do whatever he can, you know, to make our team better. You know, Donald Butler is grooming them along. You know, that inside linebacker position, man, and we got Keenan Allen at receiver. We got some young guys, some free agent pickups that we had, you know, in the secondary that have been making plays all summer, all spring long, you know. So, I mean, it's going to be a great experience, you know, with the new coach and new teammates out there, and everything's different, you know, from the way that we eat, from the way that we stretch,
really,
from the way that we work out, from the way that we train, you know. So it's very different for guys that have been under, you know, that was under Norv Turner for them years.
Right. And you mentioned Manti Te'o, and one of the big things about him was his off-the-field story and how a future NFL locker room would react to that, you know, the kind of crap that they'd give him or just how they'd respond to him and bringing him in. What has, early on, the locker room and his relationships with teammates been like?
I just I haven't heard anything of anybody say anything about, you know, what went on. You know, I think that's behind everybody after he got in there and he showed that he could work. Only thing I make jokes about it, like I said, is that game and just blocking them when I told him we go get in the pass.
He almost tackled Eddie Lacy a lot.
Yeah,
he almost. He came real close, which I think is like super cool of him. Like
he was telling me, man, that was probably one of the toughest games he ever been in. You know, just blocking them big linemen. You could tell, you know, them guys getting drafted in the first round, man, with a Chance them and DJ Fluker, you know, so. It was a great challenge for him, man. I can't wait to see him on the field.
Was it 3 Alabama players that from that offensive line that went in the draft?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was Fluker, it was Barrett Jones, and it was Chance Warmack.
Monster line.
So it's actually interesting. So you graduated, you left Alabama in 2000 after the 2006 season. Yeah. So you drafted in 2007. Are there points where you're like, I wish I was 3 years younger. I wish I was there like for 2010, 2011, 2012.
You didn't have it was Mike Shula.
I had Shula for 4 years, and I remember I was training in Orlando, and I saw that Nick Saban got hired. You know, so I really didn't know what to expect. So, you know, the guys that I was with, you know, had a rough little senior year with them, but they went down and won the Independence Bowl, and then like everything just like a light switch, everything just switched, man, and they just start undefeated. You know, went to the Sugar Bowl, lost to Utah that year, then his national championships, you know, 3 of the last 4 years, man. So I always say, man, if I could have got, you know, 1 year under him, you know, ain't no
That's
telling,
not bad.
you know, what would have happened, you know, but I'm just proud to be, you know, in the position I'm in. That just made me work harder, you know, and got me drafted in 2007, so I'm fine with that.
You're fine with that.
Another new addition through the draft, Keenan Allen. I want to ask about this because it's kind of a trend of the offseason. Keenan Allen had like a vine where he was wearing a Raiders hat.
Yeah.
And then
can't do that.
Nope.
Can't do that.
Nope.
Not Raiders hat.
And then it was
any other hat other than Raiders.
And then Colin Kaepernick, of course, had the Dolphins hat.
Yeah, there's your new teammate, Keenan. There's Colin Kaepernick.
Man,
and Cam Newton. Cam Newton said that he's like still a Falcons fan, even though they're a division rival of the Panthers.
Man, for real, that's crazy.
And is that? I feel like I can appreciate the fact that they're honest about like this is the team that I grew up liking, but is that really smart when it's a division rival?
I don't think it is. You won't see me in the Denver Broncos hat or a Kansas City Chiefs hat. I know I was with Kansas City, you know, but as soon as I got signed to Diego, I had to
go Chargers.
Go Chargers, boat up. I had to cross over, you know. But I don't think, you know, everybody, they probably make a big deal about it, but some people just put the hats on to go with their, you know, their outfits or whatever, you know. But if you know you're going to get a lot of, strife about it, don't do it.
I feel like you can find a black hat that isn't an Oakland Raiders one.
Right.
Atlanta Braves.
I'll bet somebody made a black Chargers hat. I'll bet somebody made that hat.
What I got, a guy on our team has one. A guy on our team has one.
Exactly.
Yeah, a guy on our team has one.
One of the things I think is actually really interesting when you look at sort of the trends offensively with where the NFL is going. This past year, we saw Russell Wilson, we saw Robert Griffin, we saw Colin Kaepernick, mostly in a 49ers uniform, running sort of a newer kind of offense that came from the college game, a lot of it. You play a position that is sort of hybrid fullback and running back role that isn't used as much in that sort of system. I guess it varies, but when you look at where the NFL has started to go, Chip Kelly going to the Eagles, and a lot of these spread guys coming in and adjusting offenses, building more around mobile quarterbacks, that kind of thing. What is your reaction to the sort of evolution?
Oh man, just I gotta do more. I gotta do more. In my position. Like I've been working on this whole offseason, just catching the ball more, running routes.
Okay.
And just involving my game to be more than just running the ball and blocking fullback. So you just gotta adjust to the league. 'Cause, the league will continue to change. Probably 10 years from now, it's gonna be something different. They might go back to the wishbone or something like that. So, but you just gotta adjust to the league if you want to stay in. And just do what you got to do, to get on the field. So that's what I'm doing now, trying to adjust my game. So hopefully I had about 60 catches this year or something like that.
60 catches,
that'd
there's
be good.
the goal. Nice.
That'll be good.
All right, and you play a position also. I would love 60 catches myself.
I'm taking fantasy football.
Yeah,
yes.
take
catches.
notes.
Noted. I'm going to hold you to that.
You play a position at fullback and running back where you have a number of different responsibilities. Obviously, football is a game of a lot of moving parts. So is it tough to not walk away from a play frustrated if you make your block, you make your read, running back reads the wrong hole, or you pick up a blitz, quarterback misses the hot, something like that? Is it tough to forget about those frustrations play after play, or can it add up?
I think you have to move on to the next play. Just do your job, do whatever you can, to do your job. I know there's been plenty of plays, throughout my career I done blocked and thinking the guy passed me and he's tackling in the backfield. I'm trying to wonder out, what happened, where did that guy come from, but that's how you get too caught up in the game and the next play happened and you still worried about that play. You can mess up, your teammates on that next given play. So I just try to move on fast, just correct it on film come Monday, because in the game, man, it happens so fast and so many plays. You never know, which play is going to win the game or lose the game. So you got to just keep focused, man, and just keep going. Don't get frustrated by it.
All right. What games have you circled this season on the calendar, on the schedule?
Oh, man, I just say the first one, versus Houston. That's going to be a Monday night game, going against a great defense like that. They're getting their players back. J.J. Watt, that guy right there is
He's
a monster.
Not bad.
I shook his hand.
Dominant
I shook his hand
athlete.
and it swallowed my entire forearm.
It's true.
He's
It's going
got
to be a great
monster
challenge
hands.
for us. I'll tell you that.
It's like shaking hands with a small shark.
Yeah.
Like completely encapsulating your hand. Yeah. The Houston game's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
You're going to...
Oh, I was wondering just how, because we're talking about training camp coming up, and I want to know, because it's got to be nice to have training camp in San Diego rather than, say, Missouri.
Kansas City. Yeah.
Yeah, great, man. The weather, is great, man. I see how we do our schedule this year is so different that we're going to start in the morning. So, the sun really don't come out in San Diego till about 9:30, 10.
Got the June gloom
Yeah,
even in August.
so we probably had an hour in the sun, and, then the rest of the day is just, our second practice in the afternoon walk through. And everything would be cool. But I love the weather, out there. I know my first year out there last year during training camp, I was like, man, the weather out here is great. It's a few days now. It get real hot out there.
Yep.
It's a few days, but
no
not very
humidity.
often. Yeah, no humidity, and not very often that it's just scorching hot. It's really cool, about 75, 80 with a breeze. So that's great.
Do you think it benefits the team to train in that hard weather, in that nasty hot weather? Do you think that you get stronger, or does it benefit the team experience?
I think just the first, the first quarter of the season, the first 4 games in September, it'd be so hot, in some areas. So I think that helps. I know when we played Tennessee last year in the second game, we had to wear all white. We had to call it a whiteout. It was so hot, we was drenched.
Let's call it a whiteout. I mean,
it was so drenched out there, with the heat and everything. So. I think it helps the team, to get out there, get guys in shape, sweat a lot more. Guys need to lose a little bit more extra weight. I know a couple of practices you have it off of you, with the heat. I enjoy it. Really don't like everybody. I don't know anybody that just came in and said they love training camp, but you got to do it, to get ready for your season and put in that work, So I know we're going to get tired of beating up on each other them first couple of weeks and can't wait to play Seattle in that first preseason game.
Ooh. What is your regimen? Well, I guess what was the last day you trained yourself? Full day of training, which was when?
Today.
Yeah, today. What was your workout? What was your diet today?
Pretty much got up this morning, went down, in my hotel where I'm at, and just did metabolic, high intensity, full body workout. So I did like 4 quarters of that. Like 6 different exercises. I did it 4 quarters, so I just do all 6, take like a 1-minute break, then do all 6 again for 4 quarters. And it just consists of just burpees, close diamond push-ups, wall sits, a lot of core, jump rope, step-ups, squats, body weight squats and everything. Just get my body, prepared for next week, when I got to get on the scale. Hopefully it says my weight to come back. The weight that I signed, because we had to sign letters to come back, is 258. So hopefully I'll be like 5 under that.
So the goal is a little over 250.
Yeah.
All right.
A little bit over 250.
I lifted 20-pound weights this morning. I don't know if you can tell. LaRon and I streamlined. Our workouts are pretty similar.
I've been to the gym twice this week, which is a lot for me.
I could tell.
Yeah.
Everybody's been talking around the office. They're
I think it trended on Twitter for a little while.
It did trend on Twitter.
Matt's workout.
When LaRon got here, they were like, I hope Matt doesn't beat up LaRon. They're like, I hope he doesn't, it could get weird. All right, that's fair. And so what's the eating like during training camp? What's the diet?
I say in the morning I wake up, I probably have a shake for breakfast.
Okay.
Probably get a little protein shake, a lot of fruits, and salad for probably just the main
delicious shake
thing.
for lunch and then a sensible dinner.
Yeah, probably a small salad for lunch and a salad for dinner.
Wow.
I pretty eat the same thing probably like a month straight, like chicken salad, put fish on my salad or something like that. Just keep it steady. And then by the time the first week of the season, I try to get with my chef out there in San Diego and just try to map out my meals throughout the season. That's what I'm doing this year. Better than I did last year. Is just eating right, just trying to maintain and my body composition, everything throughout the whole season. So by the time December hit, I'm still the same guy and playing at a higher level. So I can't wait for that.
After the season, are you just like, give me all the pasta? I just want nothing but pasta for a month.
What is your I'm giving up today? What is that meal?
Oh man, it's so hard for me to give up French fries, man. I love French fries.
They're real good.
When I went to Paris, man, I thought they had some of the best French fries. I don't know if it was different because we were in France.
Duck fat. It's great.
The herbed fries.
They were awesome. So I just try to stay away from that. My mom cooks all the time. When I go down south, I try to. I'm going back home Saturday.
Grits, man.
For a little bit, so I try to. I'm gonna have to stay away from her house. I know she gonna be barbecuing and making all kind of stuff that I can't eat. To get on that scale Wednesday. So
right. One of the things we've always talked about in the office here. What are your fry power rankings? Top 3 kinds of French fries.
Oh man, I like.
So any of the categories. So you have your curlies, wedges,
waffle fries.
Waffle.
I like the waffle fries.
Okay.
And I like the wedges. The wedges is pretty good.
It's good.
Steak fries.
It's a good dipping fry.
Yeah. Steak fries are the best though.
Steak fries number one.
I like steak fries too.
I'll order steak fries well done.
I like
that.
Yeah.
I like a good shoestring fry.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a little. When you have hands as big as LaRon and I have.
Yeah. Okay.
Shoestring fries, good.
They
You
get
got to grab
lost.
about like 6 of them,
Yeah.
6, 7 of them, put in your mouth.
I like that.
It's a volume. When you're volume eating, it's good stuff.
You mentioned that you met Johnny Manziel out in LA briefly at the ESPYs, and one of the topics, because just summer's so long, so people need to find something to talk about. With somebody his size, do you think he can succeed in the NFL?
I really didn't know he was that. I
He's
think I'm
not big.
a little bit taller than him. I really didn't think he was that.
We're talking about 5'11".
Yeah, that's short, but he's a gamer. He's a ball player, man. Just watching him play. I didn't see him all season until I'm in my hotel. I think we had Tampa Bay that week, and I'm watching the A&M Bama game. And that first drive that he had running around, I said, "Oh man, who is this guy? This guy's out here doing amazing stuff." He's a great ball player, man. And I think they give him a shot. The things they also said the same thing about Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson made plays. I think you can make plays, with your feet, throwing the ball on the run, man. He does that at a high level.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
I'm a Seahawks fan.
Yeah. So one of the things because I gravitate more towards college football than the NFL. What was your recruitment like to Alabama and any other schools that you almost committed to?
It was great. I was getting recruited by, with the whole thing that was going on at Alabama, I got recruited by Mike Price's staff.
Right.
And, Mike Price was the coach at Bama for like 2.5 months.
Yeah. There was an incident, allegedly.
a little incident, so I committed under them. Then when Shula came, that whole process was pretty good. I was going back and forth with them in Mississippi State.
Okay.
Because I was about to go right down the road
Sylvester
to
Croom?
Yeah,
Okay.
It was Jackie Sherrill at the time.
Oh, Jackie Sherrill
at the time, yes. And I think it was his last year at Mississippi State. So getting recruited by both of them, it was a great process. I had a great visit down at Mississippi State, down there just seeing things. I didn't know what their campus had to offer because everybody used to tell me it was so small.
Cowbells is what they have to offer.
It was
Clanger.
It was crazy down there, and then me being from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and just going across the bridge to the university, just seeing all the guys that I came in with. It was a great experience, and I committed to Alabama, and they was running the spread then. So I was really trying to get my weight down then, trying to get the running back. And there's so many it was about like 5 or 6 running backs there already. So I committed anyways. And I was like, man, and everybody was telling me, man, why did you do that? And he got fired. Then Shula came in with the pro style offense. So it worked out. It worked out great for me.
Who are the other running backs? I'm trying to think. Was Glenn Coffey there?
No, it was when I got there, it was Ray Hudson, Shad Williams, Ken Darby, who else? Man, I can't. Tim Castile committed the same year I did.
Okay.
Tim Castile did, and who else? I think that's about it. It's a few more guys. I can't think of their names, but there's a few more guys that was there. But they was running spread. In the spring game, they scored like 40-some points, almost both teams. So. It was crazy, man. They did a great job recruiting me, and I committed to them. But I'm glad Shula came in with that pro-style offense because when I got into the NFL, everybody was running that same offense. So when I'm in my combine meetings going on the board, to go over plays, I feel like a top professor in there. It was like, man, you know all this stuff already. So I felt great in coming out the meetings, at the combine in Indianapolis. So it was great. And I've been running the same offense for a while now.
What did you not expect to be part of the draft process? You go in obviously not knowing what to expect, but looking back, like what was the most surprising thing that you went through?
I say the doctor visits at the combine.
What were those like?
It's so long, the whole day. I had to bring a book to read to get through that, man. It was just so long. Got to meet with every team. Then some doctors want you to go get X-rays, and some team doctors don't. So it's just the whole process of that waiting period. And then just that waiting period of just the draft, after everything is done, you got that couple weeks, taking visits to every team and, doing all that, flying back and forth. I wasn't used to that. I was just a homebody being in Tuscaloosa. So I leave for the weekend. Like I went to visit Tampa Bay. I was so ready to get back home, and everything. And
there's no Archibalds in Tampa Bay.
None.
No.
Not
Zero.
at all. Not at all. Not at all.
Archibalds is really good.
Yes,
Archibalds is really good.
Yes, it is.
As a fullback, are you more interested in laying a hit on a linebacker that's going to free up your running back, or would you rather get the ball in your hands?
I think it's just a joy of both sides. I take more joy in just blocking because that's what I got drafted for. I did a great job of that at Alabama. So just getting through the line, blocking the linebacker, put him on his back, and seeing Ryan Matthews, Ronnie Brown, Danny Woodhead this year, run past me and score, man, it's a great feeling. Feel like I scored too. I got a few moments like that last year, but also touching the ball, making a guy miss, with my size, not thinking that they're not thinking I can, or just running the guy over, put him on his back, it's a great feeling also.
Who is the linebacker that is the most satisfying to put on his ass?
Oh man, if I could get, oh man, let me see.
Who has been? Who have you knocked down that you walked away from the play just like, yeah, that was me?
Is it someone that talks a lot?
I remember last year. I'd say last year. Just think on last year. A safety. I think Ward from the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, TJ. An Oregon Duck.
Yeah, Oregon Duck.
I'm a Duck myself.
He was running a full zone, to the right, and he came down in the box trying to come in. I really got into him, man. Got a good. I think we got about 12, 15 yards on that run. So felt pretty good about that, man. Got everybody going. You know, so that was a great key block last
Nice.
year.
All right.
Still lost that game though, 7-6. So that sucked.
That was not the best game played all
That
last
was
year.
terrible. that was terrible. The whole thing, getting off the bus, man. How the weather was.
Right.
Cleveland Brown Field. You know, around that time. You know, it was raining. You know, it was crazy. It was just a straight pound game, man. They beat
Right.
it 7-6.
I had forgotten about that game.
was-
I blocked that
was
game
crazy.
out.
Trent Richardson scored that one
Yep,
touchdown.
that one touchdown on their
Yep.
first drive. On their first drive, they scored. We kicked 2 field goals, and it was just rough, man. It was
Cleveland does that to teams. They're
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like you show up in the town. They're like, you're not going to be happy the entire time you're here.
Right. Even if Cleveland loses,
Yeah,
they'll
yeah.
just make it a miserable time.
Just like I got to get out of here.
You have to get out. Which player has been like over your career? Because now you're a veteran.
Yeah.
At this point, which player has been the thorn in your side? Which player has been like the impossible block around the league?
Oh man, I know 4 years being in Baltimore going against James Harrison.
That's tough.
That
Yeah.
guy is very tough. You know,
What
if you go at him fast,
Okay.
he could make you miss. He could make you miss. You know, make you look crazy out there. If you try to just square him up, you know, he can overpower you with his power. So you just gotta mix it up on him. You gotta cut him sometimes. You gotta stay up high sometimes. You gotta, you know, cut him then roll sometimes. You know, he's a great linebacker. You know, uses his strength well. And he's, like I said, man, one of the top linebackers in the league these past few years, man. And he's a tough guy to block.
You got to be careful because he'll give you rabies.
He's a crazy person. He is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, he is.
What
Great ball player.
what makes him specifically so good? Is it hands? Is it just general athleticism? Is it smarts? What
I
is
just think his power and
Okay.
his power and just know how to set guys up. You know, just get him going. He'll go slow at sometimes, and the next time you think he goes slow, then he'll blow right past you. You know,
Okay.
he's a gret linebacker. I'm glad he, you know, finally got picked up this off season. You know, it's gonna be a new
Bengals.
new environment for him. You know, they building up over there in Cincinnati.
That's
you know,
a
with their
that's a
defense.
solid defense,
it'll
yeah.
be a solid defense.
Good
so,
young
Right.
offense.
Yeah, so they
Bengals
gonna
could be where it's at.
make a little noise. They might make a little noise this year.
I feel like they could.
Unless they play San Diego.
Now you
of
still
course.
got ties to Baltimore.
Yes.
But so where do you spend your offseason? Are you in San Diego for the offseason?
I'm
or
in
do
like
you-
the beginning of the off season. I'm in San Diego. Then I go down to Alabama, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where my hometown is, and train. That's where my trainer is. So getting in and there. Then I spent like the last week or so in Baltimore. Still have my house up there and everything, and just checking that out. Then, you know, flying back out to San Diego.
Must
for,
be so hard to leave Baltimore for San Diego.
Yeah, that's tough. That is rough. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. So how else do you spend your off season? We've talked about your training. We've talked about your travel. How do you relax? What do you do to get your mind away from football?
Oh, I say I read a lot. You know, been getting into a lot of reading. I just got done with the book World War Z.
Oh, so good.
that
I've
was
read it
great.
twice now.
Yeah, so read that book, man. Seen the movie also, you know. So just reading and just laid back. You know, I play a little basketball, man. I got my own entertainment company, so I'm into music a little bit. So
Okay.
been doing that. Got a film production company down in Alabama, so we're doing like commercials and all that. So I just try to get behind the scenes and stuff like that. You know, stuff just getting prepared. You know, for that after football life,
Right.
like you said earlier.
Nice. All right. And one of the big stories of the offseason has just been sort of NFL players getting in trouble.
Yeah.
NFL players struggling to sort of stay on the straight and narrow. How difficult, how much of a challenge is it for when you're in the spotlight, when you do make the money that you make and you become like that target? What are the challenges involved in just like leading a quiet, like worthwhile life without getting into trouble?
I just think the main thing just being responsible, you know, being accountable to your teammates and especially to your family. You
Okay.
know, these guys, you know, I don't understand the DUIs that you get. I mean, a ride or anything,
It's
just
not
call
tough.
a driver is $150, you know, or $80 an hour, you know, just
Uber.
to go and
Download Uber on that phone.
Yeah.
Please do Uber. That's one of the best things out right now, you know. So you can do that. I don't understand that. Then all the guys, you know, with you know, the guns and all that, you know, is no need to, you know, just go to the extreme like that. Sometimes I think guys in our shoes, I think they feel untouchable sometimes.
Right.
You know, with the money that they have and feel like they can't be touched until they get touched, and then, you know, it's a rude awakening. You know, and sometimes it be too late. You know, so I just think guys need to be just more accountable, you know, to themselves and to their family and to their organization.
Where do you feel like you were best prepared to transition from being a college student, college player, into becoming an NFL player? Do you feel like it was Alabama? Do you feel like it was the NFL? Do you feel like it was the Ravens? Where do you feel like? Do you feel like it was outside, like family, something like that? What do you think best prepared you to just sort of focus on being a good person?
I think my sophomore year in college, my coach Sparky Woods, he's my running back coach,
Okay.
and I remember I was getting Spark. That was my guy. I was getting to a little, you know, getting caught up in a little bit, you know, in college and everything. With my freshman year, I was the second fullback behind Tim Castile, so I was just rocking back and forth. Had a toe injury that shook me off. So my sophomore year, something happened. I think I didn't go to class or something, and I had like 5 a.m. workouts out there on the wet grass and everything. He just stood out there. And after I got done doing all the, you know, every 5 yards doing, you know, drop downs, you know, hit my stomach on the grass, he just talked to me about just being a professional and about just carrying myself as a professional every day on campus and every day out there on the practice field and do whatever I can, you know, to get to the next level. And he said if I just put my work into it and put my mind into it, you know, to do that, you know, and I'll be okay, you know. And he always say that to this day, you know, just play like a professional and be a professional, man. And I think that was my crossover right there, man. I got into it, man, and that's the year I really got going.
Nice. All right. So you're in New York. You're doing some work with Thuzio. What can people do with you? What is the LaRon McClain experience?
I mean, pretty much anything. You know, is a great thing that you could go on, you know, log onto it, you know, and search my name and pretty much come to charity events, golfing events, birthday parties,
you a good golfer?
Dinners. I'm all right. You know,
Okay.
I'm all right. I'm a little shaky still. I'm still trying to take lessons. I've been taking lessons for 3 years now. So
Okay. Wow. It'll last you. You'll be all right.
Could we
so
go?
I'm still trying to get better at it.
Could we go bowling?
Can go bowling. I do that well.
Yeah?
I do that well.
What's
I
your
can bowl a little
what's your
bit.
best bowling score?
I think my best bowling score probably like a 190.
That's pretty good.
That's
pretty
real good.
Pretty
I
good.
think mine.
You know,
I did like 170. Like
Yeah,
170.
I'm somewhere around there. Yeah.
190. I've been trying to shoot for that 190. That about like 2 years ago, so I haven't got to it yet.
All right. Laser tag?
All that. Laser tag.
Chinese checkers?
Anything.
I don't know.
Checkers.
You ever play
Connect
Chinese
Four.
checkers?
Yeah,
All
I hated
that.
it.
It's tough.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
tough.
no,
I would be.
definitely.
I'm sure LaRon would kill me at it. All right. Well, LaRon McClain, thank you very much for coming
Man,
to
I
SB
appreciate
Nation.
it.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Steak fries. That's
Steak
the big
fries.
thing I took from this interview.
Yeah, steak
Go
fries.
steak fries. Favorite dipping sauce for fries?
Oh man, ranch.
Ranch.
Oh, and you know I was being in Baltimore for 4 years, man. The Old Bay season.
The Old Bay seasonings.
I like the
Killer.
Bloody Mary rimmed with Old Bay.
Wow.
Yeah, that's,
Oh, my.
that's
That's
the
a
brunch
thing?
drink. Yeah,
I don't know.
I got family in
I
Maryland.
just
so
Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary.
I haven't had one. Never had one.
I've never had one either.
Well,
Yet
you
another
probably
thing,
shouldn't.
LaRon and I.
you've got a body to take care of.
Yeah.
Mine. I treat it like garbage. So I'm going
is
to be
true.
having Bloody Marys this weekend.
All right. Well, LaRon McClain, good luck this season with the Chargers.
Thank you, man. Thank
Enjoy
you.
San Diego and the fish tacos. Go grilled and not fried.
Oh, yeah.
Keep the weight down. Thank you very much for your time, and we'll see you next week.
And thank you so much, man.